Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board the flight that takes you from Stratton to Straightened. We are seconds from takeoff. We ask that you please fasten your earpiece into your eardrum and please log on to africabusinessradio.com to avoid being distracted. Thank you for choosing Africa Business Radio. Enjoy this cerebral journey.
Welcome back to 989 TED Talk. I have with me in the studio Uche. Uche is a VR and AR specialist, and he will give us the inside scoop of the gaming world. Uche, nice having you in the studio today.
Hello, Michelle. Thanks for having me.
So tell us about what your company does.
So the name of my company is QUADRAON Studios.
Okay.
We have an AR VR arm called QUADRAON XR,
right,
which stands for Experiential Reality,
right,
which kind of like is an umbrella for AR, VR, and MR stuff.
Right.
So for those who don't know, I probably need to define the terminology.
Okay.
AR means augmented reality, and augmented reality is the simplest example is if you've used Instagram filters,
right,
and there are things that are not, say, realistic in the picture, so you have like a dog ears and you open your mouth and the tongue comes out.
right.
Those extra layers of animation or interactivity, that's what we call augmentation of reality.
Okay.
The use cases vary from simple things like Instagram to the enterprise space where people use it to, say, spot broken pipes inside a wall.
Right.
So it kind of layers the pipes. People also use it to access information about a product. So if you look through, one device that is popular is the HoloLens.
Right.
And it allows you to access information about certain objects that have been predefined on it.
Right.
So that's that about augmented reality.
Okay.
There's virtual reality, which is more popular.
Right.
I would like to think that a lot of the audience have seen videos on the internet of people freaking out with VR headsets on.
Right.
So the experience varies. With VR, there are video games,
right,
there are learning applications,
okay,
and there are also entertainment type stuff. So people watch like 360 videos in VR too.
Right.
360 videos is like it puts you in a different world. It creates like a 3D environment around you, and you get to experience it.
Right.
So the thing about VR, which is different from augmented reality, is that it takes you away from reality.
Right.
It's virtual reality. So
right,
it puts you in a virtual reality.
Right.
And for that, there are certain, so QUADRAON Studios creates a lot of enterprise training apps. And what we usually create simulates a real workspace environment. For instance, we have an app out there,
right,
that simulates a place that is on fire,
mm-hmm,
and it's used for fire drills. And so we created an office, a workspace, and we had fire extinguishers installed in the places.
okay,
The real fire extinguishers were installed.
Mm-hmm.
So you have an idea. If you go through the experience, you have an idea on what to do should there be a fire outbreak in your office.
Right.
And you know the location of things and how to operate and where to gather with your team.
Right.
So it's a different way of learning than from video,
right,
or from someone teaching you, because you get to experience it firsthand.
right,
And usually it's easier to remember things that you experience. As they say, experience is the best teacher.
That's wonderful. That's really, really great.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to... Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. You could ask.
Okay. I mean, it's great. How do I pronounce the name of the company? QUADRAON Studios, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
That's wonderful. And I like what role your company plays in the AR and VR space. But there's also so much. A lot of people are making so much money in the gaming industry, right?
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that in terms of like the whole money making side of things?
Yeah, I think the gaming industry is big.
Right.
It's booming.
Right.
These days, there are some documentation out there on the internet that from Netflix and folks from Hulu
Right.
that shows that games like Fortnite are actually making more in terms of numbers than these platforms.
Right.
So the gaming industry is competing with a lot of these streaming platforms because they have a similar target market, young people who want to get entertained. And now, with the kind of games out there, it's easy to not just get entertained, it's easy to also socialize. So a game like Fortnite allows you to play as a player, but also play with players from all over the world in the same environment. So you can discuss, if you have like a headphone, you can collaborate.
Exactly.
And I think that has been pivotal to the gaming industry.
I agree.
Also, before I forget to mention, something big globally and is also big in Nigeria is esports.
Esports, of course.
And esports is funny because I know a lot of people grew up playing games and had their parents say, go and read your books, you can't make money playing games. Esports essentially flips that script because people make serious money playing video games. And so they play games and they stream their content online on YouTube. They get paid by YouTube advertising. Yeah, and they have a lot of people watch it. And it's gone so far these days that you have people who create teams. So for instance, there are esports players who are funded by celebrities, and you have like a Nigerian team and they play globally and they actually win prize money. And so it's a career of some sort these days. So there's a serious boom in the gaming industry globally, and I think Nigeria is quickly becoming a part of that industry.
I know. So an article I read online talked about how pro gamers make an estimated $1.1 million a year playing video games professionally. So it's really it's amazing. Now, just so we can sort of like, just the last question for you today, like what role does your company play in the VR and AR space? What role does your company play?
So we create VR apps, different types of interactions, and they range from enterprise apps which teach people, which teach workers about certain skill sets or put them in certain places, to actually entertainment apps, to apps for brand activation. You understand? So it's a wide array, but I think we are the first company in Nigeria that are developing apps that are of high quality and very interactive. And particularly, there's this new headset that rolled out by Facebook. It's called the Oculus Quest. If you're interested in VR, it's pretty affordable. It's like $400. And so that gives more people access to the technology. So we create apps. We just included. We are the first guys in Nigeria to have the tool set to create apps for that platform.
That's incredible.
And we are about to roll it out.
That's incredible. Now, if people need to reach out to you, how can they get in touch with you?
Okay, you can reach out on our website, www.QUADRAONstudios.com, or on any of our social media handles. You can type QUADRAON Studios on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we'll definitely be quick to get in touch with you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much for being in the studio with us, Uche.
Thank you for having me.
You do have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you. And that's it for 99 Tech Talk today. I hope you've learned so much from today's show. Thanks to all of the founders who came on the show to share an insight about what their company is into. Thanks to Omo Clark from iBest. Thanks to Fade from bookingsafrica.com. And last but not least, thank you, Uche from QUADRAON Studios, for being here today. And that's it for today. Catch you guys next time tomorrow.
Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.